Hey guys, today gonna be what your love language. Pile 1 is this opalite. I'm doing something different. I'm doing 6 piles today instead of 3, so they're gonna be short. Pile 2 is this tourmaline, smooth. Third pile gonna be tiger's eye. You can't really tell it's like a tiger's eye 'cause it's kind of dark in here, but fourth pile gonna be jasper, yellow jasper. Fifth pile gonna be carnelian. And third pile gonna be honey calcite, or sixth pile, I mean. Okay, let's do it. So, pile 1. Pile 1. You chose opalite. This is going to be your love language. I'm going to use the Melanie Martinez tarot. I don't know if any of y'all like Melanie Martinez, but this reading meant for you. If you're watching, collective messages, take what resonate. Spirit, what's pile 1's love language? We have the Hermit in reversed. And we have the Judgment in reversed. So, your love language is definitely like not doing things. Looking outside of yourself. 222 on the clock when I said that. Like, you specifically look outside of your own perspective and try to see someone else's. Or you make an effort to not be selfish or not think only of yourself or not only be looking within to what you need, and instead you make an effort to look outside of yourself to what the other person or the other people in your relationships need. I don't want to say you put others before yourself, because you do put yourself before others. You do have a healthy mindset about that, but it's just when it comes to showing affection in your love language, you do your best to put the other person first in terms of thinking of them and what they need, or you're not quick to like assume what the other person wants. You are very good at communicating and making room for the other person to have their explanation, for them to communicate, for them to feel comfortable. Like, it's a very selfless energy. Like, your love language is to be selfless, and to really put an effort into what the other person wants or needs, and like to look outside of yourself. So basically, taking care of someone. I can see for some of you taking care of someone is your love language, or just really putting effort into making sure their priorities are met without overstepping boundaries for yourself, or without overextending yourself. So that's really nice. And with the Judgment in reverse here, you're not a judgmental person. Like, you wouldn't judge the person you're in a relationship with. It's kind of the energy where people can come to you with anything, or people feel like they can come to you with vulnerability and not have to worry about you judging them, not have to worry about you scolding them, or like telling them what to do or what not to do. People feel like you are a good objective source of support, and that you will have a like passive, like view of things. Like, you won't insert your own beliefs into the situation. You will look at the situation passively and say what you truly believe. Like, people really like coming to you for advice because they feel like you're not judging them and you're able to be passive, about your whatever you say. So yeah, your love language is being there for people, giving them advice without judgment, not judging them, not telling them what to do, and being selfless, like caring for someone else and really like looking outside of yourself and like putting in that effort for the other person or the other people. But that is your reading, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to move on to Pile 2 now. Pile 2 at 555. Pile 2, you chose the black tourmaline, the smooth black tourmaline. This is going to be your reading on what's your love language. Spirit, what is Pile 2's love language? This is 4 of Pentacles. And this is 6 of Swords. Both of them are upright. For some of you, your love language might be giving gifts, or if it's not specifically like giving gifts or giving people money, it's staying stable within yourself and being financially stable enough to uphold a healthy relationship. Some of you might really like to save money or to be very careful about money, and you're very particular about how you give gifts to people. I'm not saying your love language is necessarily giving gifts. For some of you it is. But you are very particular about what energy you give to people, how much energy you give. So when people in relationship with you, no matter the relationships, they know when you're doing something for them, when you're putting in effort, it's not just something small. I guess you're the type of person, Pile 2, where you would rather people earn your respect because of maybe the people you've met in your life who just expected respect from you and they didn't deserve respect. So you like to have people earn your respect, basically. Or maybe not even that. People will just have to work to be in your life or work to deserve you because you're kind of next level. Like, I don't want to be like that person, but you are next level. And people kind of have to work to get to that level. But yeah, your love language is the way you give your energy and how much you give your energy. Because when you do it, you know what you're doing. It's like Scorpio energy. You know where to hit home. All it takes is that one little moment and you do it perfectly every time. And I feel like you're very attentive to what people want and need. You're very attentive to that energy, and you can tell when is the best time to be giving energy to someone. So that's how you do your love language, is you just know when to do and what to do it with, and you keep your energy sparing. It's not breadcrumbing, but you're not just sitting here giving everything to someone. And it's like people have to work for it, and that's not a bad thing at all. Like, you're making people step up to the potential that they actually can be. And some people in the past might have judged you for this or been like, oh, nothing's ever good enough for this person, or this person just like wants stuff out of people, but that's not who you are. Your love language is just very particular, and you're not settling. You're not settling, period. With the 6 of Swords, Pile 2, you are the revenge glow up type pile. No matter what happens or who did you wrong, boom, revenge glow up. And you're not even doing it on purpose. It's just like, okay, I'm moving on now because I've learned my lesson. And meanwhile, these people who be doing you wrong are stuck on your energy, stuck in the past, even though you already moved on. And it's like, oh my god. But yeah, your love language is that of providing a calm stability to other people. You definitely encourage those you love to move on to calmer waters. You don't enable their self-destructive behaviors or things like that. You try to help them step forward, give them advice or the energy they need to step forward from the situation. Yeah, because it's like you really only come around when people actually need you. Like, that's how you express your love, is like, you know when to be there, you know when people need you, and you show up. But when they don't need you, you're not there. And it's like, it works perfectly. But yeah, you definitely just help people feel more calm and grounded, and you help them to move on and stop being stuck in the past. Like, that's your love language. It's almost a tough love energy, but it's for the greater good. It's for the good of the people you love's mental health. Like, you're there for them in that way of showing them you're better than this. You can do better than this. You can grow beyond this. And it makes people grow. It makes people do better. It makes people step up to something that they never thought. They didn't have such a high expectation of themselves, but you were like, I know you can do better. And that's your love language. Is like, I know you can do better. I don't know. And it makes people do better. Like, sometimes people hate you for it, but that's how you show an affection. It's like, I care about you. I know you can do better. So don't hold yourself back. That was your pile 2. I hope you enjoyed. Moving on to pile 3 now. Tiger's Eye at, oh my god, it's 222 here where I am right now. So we'll mark that as 1228. 222 here as I'm starting this reading pile 3. Spirit, what is pile 3's love language? You might have resonated with pile 2 as well. We have Page of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reversed. Four of Pentacles keeps wanting to hop out. You seriously might have resonated with pile 2 as well. So I'll keep that off to the side, but this energy is a little bit more complicated. I feel like it's a lot like pile 2, where you're not going to give people the time of day. If they don't need it, if they don't deserve it, you're just going to not be there. It's weird. It's like, it's similar to pile 2 in that people will come to you for help, and you'll be like, you don't need help with this. I know you can do this on your own. I know you know how to do this. And you're not condescending about it. It's not like you'll say exactly that. Like, you'll still be helpful in some way, but overall your point is like, you got this on your own. You don't need me. You can do this yourself. I feel like this can particularly come to like when people need help coming up with a creative idea, or maybe feel a little bit overwhelmed at work or something. It's like you make people stop judging themselves and doubting themselves. Because it's like people will come to you with their problems, but it's just them having a low expectation of themselves, or it's just their mindset being like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough to do this, I'm not qualified enough to do this. Maybe you've had to help some friends, family, lovers who have been bullied in the workplace or are trying to rise up in the workplace but felt too timid. But your love language is to like tell people they can do it on their own. No matter what the situation is, you make people feel like they don't need support from others. They can do it by themselves. You enrich people's individuality. That's your love language, is you hype up and really just, like, your point all the time is that, like, you're perfect as you are. You don't need anyone's help. I keep repeating it, but that's pretty much your energy. Is just like, you want the people around you to feel as fulfilled as you do with yourself. People might come to you for advice and things because they think of you very highly, but you're like, I want you to think of yourself that highly. I want you to think of yourself the way you think about me. You might especially help inspire people in the workplace. If you have like a high status in your workplace, you really help people a lot with that. Especially like subordinates, like people beneath you. And then 7 of Pentacles. Part of your love language is that you don't hold a grudge. Like, again, similar to Pile 2, you're willing to move on fast. Like, you're the revenge globe type of like, we're done with this, we're learning the lesson, and we're moving the fuck on. You're not going to keep returning to the same lesson. It's like, we're going to grow up and be adults about this. So, you don't hold grudges with people. You don't sit there, like, holding on to something in the past and then acting weird towards someone later on when you see them again. You do not hold grudges. That's part of your love language. And especially when it comes to people closer to you, if they do something or they make a mistake, when it comes to y'all's relationship, you don't hold that against them. You don't, like, get super angry or emotional, upset at them. You don't bring it up later on. You're very quick to, like, talk things out and be like, okay, we talked it out. Let's move on from this. Like, you're really the type to just not hold grudges or hold things against people, especially the people close to you. You're like, you made a mistake, but that's okay, you know? We don't have to keep revisiting that. Let's just take the action to move on and learn the lesson. But yeah, you're also, okay, with the 4 of Pentacles, you know what this is giving me? You're protective. Your love language is like Leo energy. You're like, rah! You're like, I'm protecting the people I love. I'm protecting my pack, okay? That's literally you. You're like, it's like you're a chill person, but you get so fucking scary when you're fucking protecting the people around you. You never get angry unless you're protecting someone you care about. And then you're like all up in people's faces and you're genuinely scaring Pile 3. People are scared of you. But I'm feeling the energy from this card that, like, the people you protect secretly feel like really, like, flattered that you protect them or that you get so, like, passionate about it. Because that's something that really, like, matters to you, Pile 3, is like, I show my love by standing up for someone. I show my love by being, like, not gonna sit here and let people pick on people I care about. So that's really nice. Now we're moving on to Pile 4, Yellow Jasper. Hi, Pile 4. You chose the Yellow Jasper. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Pile 4, this is my underdog pile. This is my pile who has been fucked over one too many times. This is my pile who's like a really fucking good person who gets taken advantage of. This is my pile who has put effort and genuine love into relationships just to be completely shat on. Obviously, you do not deserve any of that. But that do be happening to you. Spirit, what is Pal 4's love language? You have a very, I think you're just a sad person, Pal 4. You kind of have a sad life. Things could just be really hard for you, or you could just have a hard time all around. Could have had a hard time since childhood, really. So when it comes to love and affection, there's always going to be a bit of sadness and a bit of melancholy and a very deep, there's a lot of deepness here in the way you love, in the way you show affection. One way that you, one thing of your love language is sharing your beauty with someone. This could be like sending selfies, sending pieces of art you've made, just anything that you see as beautiful, like maybe a meme or a music video, things like that that you like find beauty in, you'll share with someone you love. You'll be like, look at this super cool thing, it was so beautiful, I saw. Like things that touch your heart, you're like, I want this to touch the person I care about's heart too, so you send it to them. Movies, things like that. What sucks is like, I'm feeling this energy, but I feel like this energy really goes unappreciated. Like maybe you showed people something you really love or care about, and they just didn't care, or they fell asleep in the middle of it or something like that. And it's just that kind of energy. Just underappreciated. Some of you, your love language is waiting for someone. I don't know why. I don't know why you would wait for someone who doesn't even fucking care about you, but it's like, I am feeling the energy that some of you who clicked on this pile in the past waited for someone as a way to show affection, or that you still cared about him, or you may be doing that now. You're waiting on someone to come back, or you're waiting on someone to do something. And patience itself is your love language, but maybe you have like waited for someone who didn't deserve it. Maybe you took the time to like wait for someone to come back to you who was never going to come back. But I think despite that, the patience you have is otherworldly. And if you didn't channel it into those things about people who don't even fucking care about you, that patience, when it comes to love language, is like enormous. You are very patient with people. You can communicate with them without like losing your mind. You can communicate with them even if you're emotional without like getting caught up in your emotions. You're a very patient person. You're willing to wait for someone to answer you. You're willing to wait. For example, if you set up an anniversary and, you know, maybe you were a couple hours early on whatever you set up, but you're willing to sit there at the hotel or whatever it is, and you're willing to wait. You're willing to be patient. That's the kind of energy it is. Also, you're a really beautiful person, Pal4. I keep looking at this card, and I'm just seeing, like, the sad, forlorn beauty, elf beauty, fucking... You are beautiful. I love you. But with Seven of Wands... Again, I'm feeling the beauty thing. You might do people's makeup, do their hair, just attend to them, like play with their hair. It's something about touch, but not touch isn't necessarily your love language. It's about like beautifying them, like playing dress up with them, or doing their hair, or doing their makeup. That's like part of your love language for some of you. Ugh, this fucking incense is getting a little bit too. cloudy. But yeah, the Seven of Wands tells me that you are a lover, not a fighter. Pile 4, you are a lover, not a fighter. That's why you were never meant to have all these bad things happen to you, because you're not a fighter. You're a lover. You have that beautiful, sad, poetic, artist type beat. And it's just, you always get caught in the wrong. You always get in the short end of the stick. But your love language is literally surrendering, submitting. And this could have been bad in the past because you could have been surrendering or submitting to people who did not deserve your energy at all, who did not know how to handle your energy at all, who just had no place having you in their arms. But genuinely, you have a talent. I'm serious, Pile 4. Like, you are a very beautiful soul. You have a talent for surrendering and yielding feminine energy, divine feminine. You need that divine masculine energy in your life, but your love language is surrendering. Your energy surrenders. It's like a flow. It's like divine feminine energy. And that's how you show affection. You flow into someone else's energy. You flow with them. You yield with them. And it's like a nice little, like, I'm thinking infinity symbol. It's that divine feminine energy. Because the opposite of this would be masculine energy. It would be like aggressive, taking action, fighting. Seven of Wands reversed, defensive. But you aren't on the defensive. You aren't on the offensive. You are open to be vulnerable. You are not scared to be vulnerable, and that is so rare to find. Your love language is being vulnerable, being intimate with someone, and really surrendering. Like, surrendering to that intimacy, really putting your all into it. Yeah, you have a very rare energy. Anyone who's hurt you in the past did not deserve you, because this is some rare energy. This is some, what's it called? Light worker, earth angel type beat. Like, people do not be deserving this energy, because this is pure divine feminine energy. And it's like, as a love language, I'd be blessed to receive that energy. Please, how could people ever have taken you for granted? Okay, pile 4, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Now we're gonna move on to pile 5. I'm gonna write that down. Pile 5, 28, 15. Okay. Pile 5 is carnelian. Part of your love language is showing your inner child to someone. So being playful, being silly, or however your inner child is like, you show affection by, getting into your inner child energy when you're around someone. And like, it's basically showing that you're comfortable enough to feel vulnerable around them. You're comfortable enough to let your inner child out without feeling scared. And that's how you show your love. It's like, I trust you. I trust you with this part of me. Might have also resonated with pile 4, because this is just a very forlorn energy. This is a very melancholic, nostalgic. It's just too beautiful. I'm just like, I can't tell if they want to come out in reversed or not. But I don't want to do sideways. I'll do reversed. But these are both major arcana. Hold up. Your love language, major part of your karma, major part of your life path, major part of your destiny, probably major part of your astrological charts. Your love language, it encompasses a lot, okay? There's a lot going on here. Oh, okay, pile 5, I see you. You show your love language by the inner child thing. You show your love language by taking a step back from the limelight and letting someone else have a turn. You are like the type of person to, trying to think of a good like metaphor. It's selfless. It's like if there's one more hot dog at the function or whatever, and you know you haven't ate yet, but so has this other person who's like slightly younger than you or something, and you don't even really know them, but you're like, I'm not gonna be selfish and take it. Like, I'm gonna step inside and let them have it. Like, it's that mindset where you're like, this person was me in another life. So why should I be selfish if I'm just doing that to myself in a different life? Like, you have that mindset of like, when you hurt someone else, you're just hurting yourself. Why would you even do that? And I feel like this particularly comes to the spotlight, or like people feeling like they're not seen or heard enough. People feeling cast out into the shadow of other people's greatness. You specifically step aside from your limelight, Pal 5, because you got a whole limelight because you're a whole beautiful soul. You specifically step out of the limelight to let other people have a voice. Like, that is your love language. It's like you step aside for the other person. And it's not to the point where you're crossing boundaries with yourself. That's just how you show affection. Might have also resonated with pile 1. The moon in reverse tells me that your love language is to be very logical. You're not going to sit here and be like all up in your emotions, all up in your head, overthinking, all muddied up. You keep a clear mind. You are very clear about what you want. You're very clear with discussing boundaries. And especially when it comes to communication, you're very clear-minded, very grounded, very stable. It's like, it's really important to you, Pile 5, to not be all like muddied up in your emotions when it comes to showing love or being there for someone in a relationship. It's like you really value being able to stay stable and grounded and not basically to not project onto other people, not project your own problems or subconscious whatever onto someone else. Like, this is again a very selfless energy, which is probably why you might have resonated with Pile 1. But yeah, you just don't, it's not like you can't ask for help when you need it. You just aren't always like asking for help. You aren't always including people in your problems. You know, you ask for help when you need it, but for the most part, like, you don't make it other people's problem. You don't project it onto other people unconsciously without realizing it. Like, you, in every relationship, make a specific effort to keep a clear mind and keep a logical mind when it comes to things. And that is also a really rare energy to find, because people are so easy to just get caught up in their emotions when it's an argument or something and then just not even be thinking rationally. Okay, that was your reading, pile 5. I hope you enjoyed your little reading. Now it's time for pile 6. Hi, pile 6. You chose the honey calcite. Take whatever resonates. It's not for all of you. Collective message. Don't forget that. What is pile 6 love language, Spirit? What is pile 6 love language? Pile 6, some of you really, for sure. This is a page of cup. I thought this was the Ace of Cup first, but what is there to say? It's literally the Page of Cups. Your love language is expressing your emotions, probably specifically like telling someone how you feel, like telling someone how you feel, how I feel this way for you. I feel like you're super beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, I get it, pile 6. You're shy. You are so shy. You are so fucking shy. But when you really care about someone, you're like, I don't care how shy I am about how I don't care how embarrassed I am. I'm going to fucking say it. I'm going to express my feelings. It's like you really value expressing your feelings. You feel like it is a strength. It is a huge strength. Especially when you're scared of it or you don't have the courage. You know, some people go their whole lives without ever actually truly expressing their true feelings. So for you to be able to do that, despite how much shyness you got, like that's how you show affection to someone, is like, I'm scared, I'm a little shy, but I will express how I truly feel because that is the right thing to do. Like, you're